Face masks, serums, creams, they top the tweens' holiday wish lists, and the craze is only picking up steam. Sephora becoming the new after-school hangout spot, and older customers are not having it, apparently. Joining us to discuss further is our 9 News parenting expert, Dr. Sheryl Ziegler.
All right, so people are not happy, criticizing young girls. I guess I should ask you what I want to know is why aren't they happy and why are they criticizing young girls?
Well, they're not happy because imagine a bunch of 10, 11, 12-year-old girls in Sephora. They're trying on the samples, they're leaving things around, they're giddy and excited, and I think that's frustrating to some other customers.
Okay.
Also, there's been some employees that have said they're pretty rude sometimes. So there's this whole feeling that there's just a bunch of tween girls. We're not talking about teenagers.
Right.
We're really talking about 10, 11, 12-year-old girls who are just let loose with, I guess, money and a credit card or something, and they are really taking over Sephora. So that's where this started.
Okay.
But I do think they're missing the point.
Yeah, because first of all, Sephora on a calm day is something.
Yes.
It's always busy. You just expect to stand in line no matter what.
Yes.
So yeah, and parents should probably tell your kids how to behave in public. But what are they missing the point of? The fact they want to take care of their skin? No?
I think they're missing the point that you have a bunch of girls who are what we call being entrenched in this toxic beauty culture
Right.
at really young ages.
Yep.
Right? So you're at a time, think about what a 10-year-old's a 5th grader. So that you all of a sudden see these standards and you say, oh, this get ready with me video, this influencer does this. I need to buy those 12 products and use them.
I don't remember washing my face when
I know, right, Marilee? And you would use I think girls have always emulated their mothers, right? So
Right.
they see them, putting mascara on and they want to do that. They do that at little young ages. But now there's this culture where it's like, no, really, this is how you do it. This is when you start. And it's very brand oriented. So it's like, it's advertising and marketing and social media infiltrating these young, impressionable kids at a very tender age.
Well, that's the thing. I was going to ask you about that because Sephora and these companies will take your money as well as an 11-year-old.
Yeah, they will.
Yes.
But they certainly must now be marketing to younger and younger clientele, trying to get them to come in and buy their stuff.
Yes, and it's not necessarily Sephora doing that because they're filled with tons of brands. So it's the brands. And there
Right.
were even listed like a very big popular brand with tweens and teens is called Drunk Elephant. And so they now have like Mommy and Me kits and they have like the young girls kits. So they're starting younger and younger. And you have to remember these girls are looking for their identity.
So you talk about toxic beauty culture. Let's talk about the toxicity of that because Mommy and Me sounds like something you might do with mom, but a lot of this is just me, not mommy.
Absolutely. That's marketing, right?
Right.
It's like, oh, you and your mom, could you just both, do this product line? So I think they're doing that. The girls are getting, again, this is big social media stuff though. They're following people, they want to do what they do. They're oftentimes maybe college age girls that are doing this. So it might be a 21-year-old who's doing that and then you fall in love with her and you follow her. You want to do what she's doing. So now it's not even what your mom's doing, it's what some young woman's doing. But then you also have the mental health part. As the sales have been rising at Sephora, so has the mental health crisis. And actually, really, this is not a coincidence, right? So if we're looking at girls, 1 in 5 teen girls says that they suffer with hopelessness and depression. And then you have at the same time these absolutely unrealistic beauty standards. Like some of the images they're seeing are AI generated.
Right.
Right? They're all filtered.
But if your self-image and
That's just
self-esteem
it.
becomes this unreachable thing you're always chasing, that's pretty unhealthy.
And if you're on social media, on TikTok, about 10, 11 hours a day, and this is what you're seeing, right? Remember that algorithm. It's a For You page. And so
it
what
is.
I like to say to parents is, why don't you look at your kids' For You page? See what is going on in there. Really be aware that, it looks fun. Like if you looked at it for 20 seconds, you went, oh, that was a fun video. And somebody was putting on their makeup or they're showing you how to do your eyebrows or something. But you have to think about that age of, at 10, you're actually not even yet in identity formation. You're actually in, am I good at stuff? Am I competent?
Yeah.
So they're at the bridge of, am I competent at anything in life? And then where do I identify? And then right at that moment, we have this beauty culture that's saying, this is how you need to look. And this is the 12 steps. And this is how the makeup you have to use. So it's everything from products to moisturizers to makeup. It's everything.
It's really bonkers. I mean, nothing. I mean, when I was in college, I don't even remember doing anything.
Absolutely.
But it's a different generation now. So
Very, very different.
Parents really have to plug in.
They do.
Plug in and see.
And follow their dermatologist. I mean, dermatologists say, oh my gosh, just use hypoallergenic, very simple, products.
Wear sunscreen.
Wear sunscreen.
That's what I didn't get.
Well,
Dang it.
there's a lot to consider there. Good to at least put it on people's radar. Thanks as always.
Thank you.
Dr. Sheryl Ziegler.